bus. Didn't think that I could do it, showed them I could bust. Catch me riding through the city like the RTD bus. Never fraud, stepping hard, had it soft. Had that green, had that raw. Tell my amigo make my order tall, I want it all. Big homie show me how to ball. From them choppers wasn't far, in and out, set my bar forever. I was lost until I found God. Eyes wide open for me now, I know I'm floating and my life is still in motion. And Jesus Christ is my focus, Christians multiplying. Flying locusts only riding with the chosen's. My soul is almost stolen, but I kept it back. So much dirt, had an asthma attack. After I did that snatch, yeah, I robbed too. Don't believe me, check my record, dude. Keeping packs in the pastor's house, crazy, feeling bad now. Someone done put the reverend's house.
Life Changer Productions. We're here with Mike Moon, the CEO of C.R.E.A.M Entertainment. Today, we're just here to ask you some questions, a little bit about your testimony, a little bit about what your guys' vision is, and what you guys have planned in the future. Mike, if you want to introduce yourself, let these people know why you got started doing what you do.
All right, well, I'm Mike Moon, C.R.E.A.M Entertainment. I go by Moon. When we got started, man, I'm a PK, preacher's kid, you know what I mean? So, growing up, man, it never was like, it was something that didn't interest me, you know what I mean? I did not want to be a part of the church, but my dad, when we were younger, my dad made us go to church. But as soon as high school hit, I got away from it. A little bit afterwards, I should say after high school, because he still made us go. But I fell off, man. And even in all through, let me start like this. I'll say elementary, middle school, high school, I'm expelled, suspended, weapons, high school, drugs, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So I sold drugs. I started in the 8th grade with actually one of my older cousins. He taught me how to do it. He was older, and I started selling weed. I was in the 8th grade selling weed, had money, hung out with older guys.
Association, man, it's a killer sometimes.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is, man. So, then I got into gangs. I started selling chronic was my first thing, was just weed. I started selling that, getting into fights on a weekly basis, you know what I mean? That's how it had to be. I felt that's how it had to be. And, as time went on and stuff like that, I got heavier into selling dope. I was always part of a gang, you know what I mean? But as I got older, the colors didn't matter to me. Like, I still rep my color and everything else like that, but I was chasing money and women. You know what I mean? And that's another thing is women. I loved women back in the day. I still do to this day until I find the right one, but in the right way. And I just continued to sell dope, man. Gang bang. Hurt my mom, I hurt my mom a lot. My mom had 5 heart bypass surgery. She actually had surgery on the day of my birthday. And, I always felt that it was my fault, you know what I mean, and that hurt me, you know what I mean.
So scars in there.
Definitely, man, definitely. And I continued to just keep doing dirt, basically, you know what I mean, and continue to move on and get heavier into drugs as far as selling them and stuff like that. I moved on to ecstasy, coke, man, you know what I mean, it's rock, you know what I mean. And man, I was 18 years old. I graduated. I had my own first apartment when I was 17. And then when I was 18 years old, 18 and 19, man, I had like 5 different vehicles, an apartment to myself, no kids. And I just felt life was good. I stopped going to church. And then anytime I do a lick or make a big amount of money, I'd feel bad. And then I think I'd go to church. Okay, let me go to church. Let me drop some money in there. Okay, I'm back. I'm good. I'm feeling better now. You know what I mean? It's crazy because I used to think that because my father was saved and he was a preacher, I'm automatically going to heaven. So it's crazy.
Man, that's growing up where you grew up. I actually know the neighborhood. You grew up in Montbello. You went to Montbello High, or?
Yeah, I went to Montbello High, but I started out actually in the south side of Denver. I lived out here for elementary and middle, and I went to Kennedy High School for freshman year and got kicked out of there. You know what I mean? Then we moved to Montbello, and that's where I've been ever since.
Yeah, Montbello. I mean, Montbello's changed up a lot. It's actually came a long ways from where it was.
Definitely.
But back years ago, Montbello was pretty bad. So I remember. Speaking on that a little bit, what was finally the breaking point? What brought you back into the church? What finally just broke you?
I was still selling dope, and I was here in church every Sunday, still selling dope. You know what I mean? It didn't bother me really. And a lady named Christine Hernandez, who's a big involvement in our church, she's been with my family, my mom and dad, for years and years and years and years. Grew up with her kids, you know, since we were babies. She had asked me if I'd be a part of a play, and I told her no. But I felt bad. I felt like I needed to help, at least do something. So I told her I'll do the sound and the lights. And I started doing the sound and the lights with her and doing stuff like that, and I felt so convicted that my whole life just totally changed like that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take and let you go, do the things you need to do, and other people get jealous of stuff. They see you doing something different and try to tell you you're doing wrong. I can understand that. Taking, change is one of the hardest things to do when it comes to that point. I mean, God's got his plans, man, so I mean, you can't try to interfere with him. It's going to end up on the same road regardless. If he wants you to lead people and to be working for him, that's what's going to happen regardless of how much we fight sometimes.
Amen.
So that's good. C.R.E.A.M Entertainment. Okay, so now you moved away from drugs.
Yeah.
You moved away from getting the drugs and went through the hard times of changing, because I know that changing your association, changing everything up is a rough one.
Yeah.
Now you're in a place where you're starting to, you bring up C.R.E.A.M Entertainment. Okay, what caused you to start off C.R.E.A.M Entertainment and start doing music?
Well, it was crazy because I was actually working with a guy, and he was doing, he wasn't doing Christian, he was a Messianic Jewish, and he was a good rapper, you know, and I liked what he was doing, and I worked with him in construction, and we started clicking up, and I had him actually come and perform for that play. And then I started getting on me, God, because something in my mind, I rapped secular when I was like 15, 16, and then I stopped, you know. And some got a hold of me. Like, God's always told me in the back of my mind, music was something that I needed to be involved in. I never knew why. Like, I was like, you don't want me doing secular music, so what's going on? I had money saved up from selling dope. And the first album we did, I ended up spending like $9 grand for a whole album, which was like, I think of like 12 songs or something like that. And right after that, we had an album release party for him. Spent a lot of money on that, and then God took it away just like that because it was dope money. I never understood why this stuff got taken away from me. That got taken away from me. And I'm like, all right, well, I need to come up with something new because I had got a new artist, which is D Sharp, which is also the head of my production. I was like, I need to come up with another name. So I kept thinking. And then I had got these shirts made with the old label, which said C.R.E.A.M, Christ rules everything around me. Okay, they hit my heart. That was it. I said, that's it. That's what the name's going to be, is Christ rules everything around me. And then it goes into the secular because of cash rules everything around me. So it catches people's eye. And then it hits them like, what the heck is that? That's Christ. So that's how C.R.E.A.M came.
There you go. There you go. I mean, because it's not just C.R.E.A.M being just doing music. You're doing it for God. And so, how do you want that to touch other people's lives?
I want to do it ministry music. I don't want to do music ministry. I want ministry music. And I kind of had some stuff happen where I was focusing so much on the music, thinking that, hey, this is Christian music. This is going to help people. But then, you know, the whole crew, the whole C.R.E.A.M team, we sat there because of Trey 9 actually. We sat there and we thought about this. Things like, man, we need to be more missionary minded. We need to be there actually in the streets in the youth. Not this music's not going to touch everybody. I mean, it's going to touch people, but we need to actually physically go out there and help people, do things, support people, support other ministries, because that's what's lacking is no one supports no one. Everybody wants to be better than everything, but everybody forgets it's about God and about building the kingdom. You know what I mean?
And once we all get unified on stuff, we're going to be so much stronger and affect so many more lives.
Definitely,
so,
man.
Growing up in that, and then of course having your father, pastor, who did you really look up to, and who do you look up to now?
I've always kind of kept it secret, but I've always looked up to my dad. You know, he doesn't know. I mean, to this day he's starting to get it now, but I've never told him, you know, I look up to you. You know, and I don't know why. I don't know what the boundary is between that or whatever, but I really look up to my dad. You know, and you know, there's an artist here, you know, MC Joel. You know, when I first got into it, he showed me a lot of this stuff, and I respect him and I love him for it. and he's opened up my eyes as far as music-wise, getting the music out and being able to hustle and grind and put it with with selling dope and how I used to hustle and grind there, but doing now for the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, so MC Joel definitely, and I've always noticed, I've known D-Sharp even when he was doing secular stuff, and D-Sharp is definitely somebody I also look up to, you know, as far as music-wise. He's the head of my productions. I mean, dude's a beast. I love him, you know what I mean? So people really just locally, just people like that, even my mom.
Wow.
You know, my mom's a strong woman, man, and especially she's a strong Christian woman. So I mean, that's kind of, I know she's a female, but I look up to my mom.
That's that's what we need, man.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
What other projects do you got going on right now, or do you already have out, and where can we find your projects at, so people out there that are watching can take and either find you on Facebook or find the sites that you got your music at?
Well, right now we have like, what is it, 50 or 60, you know what I mean? So I mean, we do have some stuff that's not mixed and mastered, but it's on SoundCloud at which is C.R.E.A.M. It's C.R.E.A.M. Is it C.R.E.A.M ENT or just C.R.E.A.M?
I think it's C.R.E.A.M.
Yeah, it's just C.R.E.A.M.
Just C.R.E.A.M?
Yeah, C.R.E.A.M
Okay.
sound at the SoundCloud, but you gotta make sure you put the dots in.
Okay.
And then our Facebook, which is Mike Moon / Facebook, and C.R.E.A.M ENT. You gotta make sure you put the dots in. C.R.E.A.M Entertainment, actually, /Facebook, D-Sharp /Facebook.
Okay.
And then also we have our own website, which is CREAM-ENT.com. So you can also find out stuff like that and events and things that we're doing and stuff.
Definitely, that's some more events. You guys got more events coming up here shortly?
Yeah, man, we just, the last weekend we just had, man, we had a good event with Trey 9. We had him come down and got to fellowship with him, talk with him some more and stuff like that. And then August 2nd, we're having C.R.E.A.M from Seattle. He'll be here actually at our church, which is 8690 West Jewel Avenue in Lakewood, Colorado.
Yeah.
He'll be here performing. And then I'm not going to say the name yet, but we got someone pretty big, man, coming down to probably start when school starts and stuff like that. So.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we're done here. Any shout outs that you want to put out there real quick?
Definitely. Shout out to Pastor Moon, I'll go.
Okay.
Shout outs to Pastor Moon, River of Life Church. Shout outs to Debbie Moon, First Lady. Shout outs to D-Sharp and Monica Avila. Shout out to DJ Noah. Shout out to the servant Daryl Guerrera and Ashley Guerrera, which is he's our head of our ministry. And DJ Noah, you know, he's behind the scenes. A lot of people don't see him, but he helps us out like tremendously, and he's just low key with it. You know what I mean? So shout outs to DJ Noah. Shout outs to Christine Hernandez, most definitely. You know, and all my family, especially my kids, little Mike, Nyla, Aaron, Christian. So that's it. That's it.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to get into some of the music and that, and give these people a little feel of the music that you do.
Definitely.
So let's go get that going.
All right.
No slacking, my kids gotta eat. Ask the Lord to keep me on my feet in Christ's name. We ain't coming weak. Yeah, I turn the other cheek. We got protected me from all my so-called enemies, but still see me standing on that concrete, flexing 'cause my God can't understand defeat. Jesus Christ be the recipe. Lucifer, R.I.P. Devil, get behind me. Green blinded like a high beam, flexing on the corner, find you demons out of